Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this is some of my stuff. Very, very excited about this. We have here the next figure in the Diamond Select Lord of the Rings action figure line. We have, of course, the Gollum Deluxe action figure. This looks incredible. Super, super excited about this figure. First of all, just look at him in the packaging. Look how gorgeous this packaging. Unfortunately, you can see mine kind of tore a little bit from the back, but that's okay because I'm going to pop this sucker open anyway. But I'm very excited about this figure because they've really, really improved this line with the later releases. So I'm really hoping that this one kicks butt. You can see, obviously, look, you know, he got into that pose. So obviously, he's going to have some sweet articulation, which is awesome. Really, really like that. I don't think they've actually announced any more figures in the wave. I think this is the last one they've announced. This was already technically released too. There was a San Diego Comic-Con or whatever Comic-Con box set that came with Gollum and like an invisible Frodo. But I passed on it because I knew this was coming out, and this was the deluxe version, and it came with a bunch of stuff. So we get a whole bunch of accessories. You can see a bunch of them in there. And then on the other side is surprise accessories. I didn't even know we were getting this stuff. So you got some more accessories on that side, which is awesome. So anyway, we're getting a lot of stuff here. I thought we were really just getting a couple heads of the Rock, which I was like, oh, well. But we're getting a lot of extra stuff that I didn't even know we were getting. So it's just awesome. So anyway, let's take a look at the packaging. Obviously completely different than we've gotten before because this is a large box. This is Lord of the Rings on the top. It's literally just a sticker on there. Bottom, you saw the side has some accessories. I really like how they're actually showing you all the accessories this time around, which is great. And then on the back, of course, we have one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness, bind them. Anyway, I think that's enough. It's time for us to pop this sucker open. All right, so here is our figure, and you can see here, he comes actually attached to this rock, which is fantastic because it's not like attached by glue or anything. It's just on pegs. So there are actually pegs specifically for his feet on the rock here. So I'm just going to take him off that for now because we will talk about the figure in a second. But now we first have to talk about his accessories. And we get a really, really solid assortment. And this is a bit more of an expensive figure. It's a deluxe package. It's a $40 figure. But you are getting a lot of stuff here, and I really feel like the quality has really warranted the price, especially for this figure. I mean, the stuff you're getting, the paint apps look gorgeous, just really quickly from barely even looking at this stuff. So obviously the first piece that you get, the most noticeable, is this rock, which it's actually not super light. It's not heavy either, but it's not super light. And that's painted very well. There's a lot of different colors on there. It's sculpted really, really nicely. And I do love how he has specific spots, like I said, for his feet to go on. So that's really, really easy if you want to display him on the rock, or if you just want to use this rock just as a diorama piece. You can. You don't really see the pegs too much, especially if you angle it a certain way. So no problem with that. Then we have two alternate head sculpts, and these are amazing. These are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I am completely wowed away by how good these are from a figure like this. This is a, Diamond Select. The stuff that they've been doing recently has not been the absolute best, but this is, like, unbelievable. This blows so many other companies out of the water. I mean, this is spot on. The paint apps are great. It is just gorgeous. Holy crap. It's crazy how good this is. It just looks, oh my God, it's unbelievable. This one especially. This one also looks really good. I would say not as good as this one, but it's still really, really good. The one I may be a little bit like wonky looking, but still, paint apps are really, really good. I think they did just a fantastic, fantastic job with these alternate heads. They are just gorgeous. I love that we got alternate heads, especially for Gollum, because he's a very, very emotional character. You see his emotion quite often throughout the film, and to have just a generic face, one generic face for him would be a shame. So we're getting 3, which is awesome. So you can see that we get all these different types of emotion. It's crazy. Then he includes 5 alternate hands. You have 2, I guess, grabbing hands, or 2 other grabbing hands. They're all open hands. And they look like they can be used to grab things. I don't know if you could use this for the fish or whatever, but they're just different sizes. On him normally are these like flat hands, I guess. So you don't get like fists or anything, which is fine. You don't need that kind of thing for Gollum. So you have in total 7 hands. And then the coolest one is the this one, which is holding the one ring. So you can see it's already sculpted in there, which is just fantastic, because of course you want to have him like looking at his ring, and it's painted pretty well. It's very hard, I imagine, to get that like a little bit of extra paint on the ring, but you can tell it's, especially on the top, it's gold. So I do like how they do how they paint these with that like couple different flesh tones, the pinks in there. So that's really cool. Then you get 2 fish. I think these are exactly the same. Yeah, two fish. I would be careful with these like they're not super delicate, but like I feel like you could probably break these. I like the paint apps on them, and they're that nice shiny, looks like scales. They could have done no paint on these. I feel like most companies would have, and they not only did they paint the couple different tones on the top and the bottom, but they've actually painted his eyes and the mouth. So there's some paint work in there, which is very, very nice. Then he includes a base piece. So I guess if you don't want him to stand on the rock. And then what I think is the most amazing thing that he comes with is the extra parts for Legolas and Gimli. So he includes 3 extra arrows here, which you can tell are kind of like bent up a little bit. We did not need, I guess, too many extra arrows. I think normally Legolas came with 3. So now we have 6 in total, which is, you could really fill up his quiver, which will look probably better with more arrows in his quiver. And same with Gimli. He already came with a solid amount of axes, so we just got another axe for Gimli, I guess, which is fine. But the best thing is that he includes Legolas's swords. Legolas did not include swords, which is really, really stupid. Here I have the Legolas figure here, and you can see he has the sheaths already sculpted in there, but he didn't come with swords. So it was just such a shame. I did the review for this figure, and I was like, what the heck are the swords? But now they are included. We got them with Gollum, so if you want a complete Legolas, you're going to have to buy a Gollum, and of course these swords just fit nicely into Legolas's sheaths, which is awesome. So now we have a proper Legolas. We could also put these in there. So, and there's a lot of room in here. So if you can get all 6 of them in there, you really fill up Legolas with his accessories, which is awesome. Really, really like that a lot. All right, now it's time to take a look at the figure. Alrighty, so here's our boy Gollum, and he looks fantastic. He's just super grotesque looking and goofy looking. It's just fantastic. They did such a good job with this figure. He is definitely made, you can tell, to be able to hunch and stay in that hunched position. Granted, I don't think he's ever stood up properly, even in the movies. I think he was always kind of with his legs kind of wobbly like this. So you can't really, I could not get his legs to be in like a perfectly standing position, but it's fine like that. I guess that's, that works for the character. But it's painted really well. I do like the different types of flesh tones, like I mentioned on the hands. He's got dirty knees. He's just really like kind of grimy looking. And the head sculpts, like I mentioned earlier, are just fantastic. I love his eyes. I love how well the eyes came out. And it's just like he's got the teeth in there. He's only got a couple teeth. And it's just really, really well done. Look at the sculpting where he got, his spine coming through on the back there. It's just really, really well done. They really did a great job with this. And they should be proud of that. The line is getting better. Hopefully we actually get some more announcements, because I don't think there has been anything yet announced past this figure. and we need a at least the rest of the Fellowship, the rest of the 3 hobbits that are missing, I think, and like Saruman, I guess. It would be awesome. And Boromir, of course, Boromir. Now moving on to articulation. First off, his head, it looks up, it looks down, it looks side to side, it goes all the way around. There's that nice tilt there, which is fantastic. It's just on a ball joint. Goes a little bit forward and back, tiny bit. Shoulders only go up to about that far. They don't go up to a full 90 degrees, but they do go down and up, and of course all the way around. He has a single jointed elbow, but it's a solid single joint. You can see how far he can get in with just that one joint, which is great. He doesn't have an upper bicep cut or anything, but he does spin at the elbow. And then at the hands, he goes forward a lot and backwards a lot. He does a lot of that's crazy. And then he does spin at the wrist. Then at the waist joint, he can spin all the way around. There is a little bit of tilt side to side, and there is a little bit of ab crunch going forward and going back. Not very much. Then at the legs, which you definitely want to be careful. They seem kind of tight, so you definitely want to be careful because you don't want to break those joints. These feel a little tight. I probably should heat these up a little bit. Probably would work a bit better. But his legs do go forward. They can probably go all the way, just about all the way around if you wanted them to. And they do go backwards as well. And like I said, they do go in and out about that far and back in about that far. But what's weird is because they're on the ball joints and it's just totally flat, you can see how the joints work. It's just like basically flat. Usually they kind of have a bit more of a curved sculpt, I guess, around the legs, but they're quite, I guess because his legs are so skinny, they went with just a very flat thing, which works perfectly fine, especially because it's covered completely by the loincloth, so you can't even tell. He doesn't have an upper thigh cut or anything. He has a single jointed knee, which is not too bad, kind of loose at the knee, but he also spins at the knee. You definitely want to be careful with these joints, though. They seem so delicate. And then at the feet, he has that nice ankle pivot. He goes forward, he goes backwards quite a bit. And then at the feet, he goes forward, he goes backwards, and then there is ankle pivot there as well. Gollum stands just about 4 3/4 inches tall. And here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Geralt from The Witcher. And here he is next to the Diamond Select Legolas. And here he is next to the SH Figuarts Majin Vegeta. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Gibbon. Alrighty, so overall, I really like this figure. I think they did an amazing job, and they continue to improve with every figure that has come out in the line. So I'm very excited. I'm really hopeful that they do continue the line because they have yet to announce any more figures. But the sculpt is great. The paint is great. I really love the head sculpts, especially. They're just fabulous. Articulation's really solid. And you get such a great assortment of accessories. They fixed Legolas with this set. I was so glad to get those swords. It's just fabulous, and I love it. I like the rock. I think this is a cool, having him be able to be posed on the rock is really cool. It's just a great little set, and for the price for $40, it's pretty solid, especially when you consider the prices are going up on figures now. And you're getting so much less, and this, the whole figure's painted, and you're getting a lot of stuff, so it's really, I think, worth the price. Anyway, if you like this review, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Instagram. It's at Craig Stuff. Check back every Friday at noon for brand new videos. I will see you guys next time. Later.